Hello student, welcome to Chitran's Academy. I am Hemant Sir and today we are going to understand the number of elements of a set. So till now we understood what is set and their different types and numerical based on them also. So we have completed 1.3. Our exercise 1.3 we have completed and now we are moving towards number of element of a set. So what is number of element of a set? We have to understand this first. So for that we have to take one example, like suppose we have a set A. We have set A and set A contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So can we count the number of elements of a set A? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 6. That means we have 6 elements in set A. So we can say we are representing this as number of element in set A. Number of element in set A. How many numbers do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we can write 6 here. Okay. So we can write the number of set A contain 6 element. Likewise. Okay. So we will take one more example. Suppose B is the set where X such that X is vowels of English alphabet. So we know what are the vowels in English alphabet. So we can write B equals to, inside curly bracket we have to write A, E, I, O and U. That means we can count the number of element of the set B. So we are representing this as N. N is the number of element. Where? In set B. In set B. So number of element in set B equals to, how many elements do we have in set B? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That means we can write 5. Okay. So this is the general representation of number of element of a set. So we will take one more example to understand more precisely. So we are taking example, let set C is the set which contain the colors in rainbow. So we can write X such that X is colors of rainbow. Colors of rainbow. You know what is rainbow, is it? So we know how many colors do we have in our rainbow. So we are writing it in the form like V, I, B, G, Y, O and R. That is violet, it is violet, it is indigo, it is blue, G stand for green, Y stand for yellow, O stand for orange and R stand for red. So how many color do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So yes, we can count the number of element of set C. That means it is finite as well as the number of element are 7. Okay. So this is in the form of rule method. So first what we have to do, we have to convert the rule method into roster form. Okay. So the set C equals to, inside the curly bracket we have to write V, I, B, G, Y, O and R. Instead of this initials you can write violet, indigo, blue, green, orange, yellow, orange and red also. If you are using such initials, then you have to write inside the bracket this, just beside your question. Okay, if you want to write this one, you can write this also, but if you want to write the initials, so by side you have to write V equals to violet, I equals to indigo, B equals to blue, G equals to green, Y equals to yellow, O equals to orange, and R equals to red. You have to mention this. Okay. So now again we have to come through the number of element of the set A. So n is the number of element of which set? Set C. So we have to write set C equals to how many members do we have in the set C? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So we have to write 7. So this is the general representation of number of elements of the set. So I hope you have understood what is the number of element of a set. So what is number of element of a set? The number of element present in a given set is called as, or their number is called as number of element of a set. Okay. So if you want to write, you can write also. So now we have to relate this concept to our different sets so that we can solve few problems depend on the number of element of a set. Like we have to use the intersection of set, we have to use the union of set, and on that basis we have to solve few problems. So we will go through with first problem which is given in your textbook. So the first problem is, so we have to understand more about the number of element. So here we have to identify the number of element in set A as well as in set B. So see, number of element in set A is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we can write number of element in set A equals to 5, and number of element in set B, number of element in set B equals to how many members do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we have to write 6. So this is the number of element. But we have to solve few more operations regarding both the set. Like if we will identify A intersection B, A intersection B. So we have to write A intersection B equals to. So A intersection B means it represents the common member or common element of the both set. So which are the common element? In A we have 6, in B we have 6, in A we have 12, in B we have 12. Do any other number? No. So only 3 and 12 are the common members of set A and set B. That is the intersection of set A union A intersection B. So it is A intersection B. Okay, we are representing it with invert U. So A intersection B we have common members 6 and 12. So we have to write 6 and 12. So 6 and 12 are the common members of the both set. Now we have to write A union B. So can we write this as number of element in A intersection B equals to number of members are 2. So that means we have to write 2. So this is the intersection of set. Now we have to identify the union of set. So union of set, that means A union B. A union B equals to, that means all the members of set A and set B, and avoid repetition of the number. So we are starting from the 3. We have 3, we have 6, we have 9, we have 12, we have 15. Here we have 6, we have 12, we have 18, we have 24, we have 30 and we have 36. So this is the union of both set, that is set A and set B, and we are representing it A union B. It is A intersection B. It is A union B. So the number of elements present in A union B are, we are representing it as n is number of members equals to A union B equals to n in bracket. What it represents? It represents number of element in A union B R. So we have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. That means we have 9 members in A union B. So these are the few operations that you have to understand. So how to calculate number of element of different set. Okay, so these are the main concept behind the number of element of the set A. Now we have to derive formulas for that. We have to derive the formulas for that. So can we write A union B is A union B is equals to, that is number of element in A union B. So number of element in A union B is equals to, we can say number of element in set A plus number of element in set B minus number of element in A intersection B. So we have to write number of element in A plus number of element in B. So these are the indivisible numbers, and what are they? They are the repeating numbers. Repeating number means these members are present in both the set. That means we have to subtract this one, because all the members are present in set A and set B, but they are the repeated number. That means we have to write in negative number of element in A intersection B. So we have to verify this formula, whether we have derived this formula which is right or wrong. So we have to calculate number of element in A union B. So number of element in A union B equals to, so number of element in set A, how many members we have? 5. So we have to write 5 plus number of element in set B, we have 6. So we have to write 6 minus number of element in A intersection B is 2. So we have to write 2. Now we have to solve further. So number of element in A union B equals to 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 minus 2. So number of element in A union B equals to 11 minus 2 is 9. So this is the answer. So see, number of element in A union B is 9. That means this formula is correct. So we can write one more formula. That means number of element in set A plus set B equals to what? So we have to transfer this part to this side. So we can write number of element in set A plus number of element in set B equals to number of element in A union B. See, it is in minus form. When we will transfer to another side, we will come in plus form. So plus number of element in A intersection B. So we have this one more formula. So by transferring, we can get 2-3 more formulas from here. Like if we have to calculate number of element in set A, that means we have to transfer this to another side. So it is in positive form, will go in negative form. If we want to calculate the number of element in A intersection B, that means we have to transfer this to another side. So likewise we have to use this formula only, and on that basis we can calculate number of element of set A and B, or number of element in A intersection B, or number of element in A union B. So on the basis of this formula we have to calculate few more problems to understand this formula precisely. Okay, so if you want to write, you can write also, or you can take a screenshot. So now we will solve first word problem which is given in your textbook. The word problem says, in a class of 70 students, means we have 70 students in a class, 45 students like to play cricket. 45 students like to play cricket and 52 students like to play kho-kho. That means out of 70 students, 45 students want to play cricket and 52 students they likes to play Kho. So all the students like to play cricket, one of the two games. One of the two games we have to identify. All the students like. And all the student likes to play one of the two games. That means all the students of the class, that means from 70, all students they likes to play cricket or Kho. So how many students like to play cricket or Kho? That means we have to identify individuals, students they wants to or they likes to play cricket or Kho. So there are total number of students is 70. So we have to write total number of students. So we are writing solution here. So total number of student in a class. How many students do we have? 70 students. Let A be the set of students who wants or who like to play cricket, and B the set of students who likes to play Kho. Okay, so we have to calculate the number of students or number of member in a set A and set B. So number of elements or students in set A. So how many students they do like play cricket? 45. That means number of element in set A are 45. Okay, and number of elements in set B, that means number of those students they likes to play Kho. There are 52 students. Total number of students means 70 students. That means the 70 student is nothing but the set of A union B. A union B is total number of students. So therefore A union B and number of students in A union B equals to the number of student 70. So it will be 70. Now we have to identify the total number of students they either like to play cricket or Kho. Okay, so we have to identify the number of students they likes to play cricket as well as Kho. That means we have to identify the A intersection B. So now we are applying formula. So we have formula. What is formula? This one. A or number of students in A union B equals to number of elements in set A plus number of element in set B minus number of element in A intersection B. And we have to identify this one. That means we have to transfer this to this side and this to another side. So what we will get? We will get number of element in set A intersection B equals to. So these are in the same side. That means they will be in positive form. So number of student in set A plus number of student in set B minus, see, this is in positive form. If we will transfer to another side, we will go in negative form. So what we can write? So N equals to A union B. Is it? So we have to identify number of student in A intersection B equals to. So number of student in set A is 45. So we have to write 45 plus number of elements in set B we have 52. So we have to write 52 minus number of students in A union B are 70. So we have to write 70. So number of element in A intersection B equals to. So 5 plus 2 is 7. 4 plus 5 is 9 minus 70. So number of elements in A intersection B equals to 97 minus 70 is 27. So there are 27 students, they like both cricket as well as kho. So now we have to identify the number of students they only wants to play cricket or kho. So we have to just subtract this value from this value. So here we have to write first what we have to identify number of student who only likes to play cricket. So what we can write? Number of element in set A minus number of element in A intersection B. So number of element in set A are 45. So therefore 45 minus number of elements in set A intersection B is 27. So we have to write 27. So 45 minus 27 it will become 15. 15 minus 7 is 8. Here 3 minus 2 is 1. So there are 18 students, they likes to play only cricket. Okay, so we have to identify the number of students they only likes to play kho. So second one. So now number of student who only likes to play kho will be number of student in set B minus number of student in A intersection B. So number of student in set B are 52. So we have to write 52 minus 27. So it will become 12. 12 minus 7 is 5 and it will become 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So there are only 25 students they like to play cricket only. So now we have already found our answers. So now we have to write result. So result I am writing result over here. So result. So what will be result? There are 18 students they want or they likes to play cricket only and 25 students who like to play kho only. So this is the answer. So this is the very simple problem and we will have such simple problems in our exercise also. So I hope you have understood what is the number of element of a set A or set B or any set and how we are going to apply to solve our numericals. Okay. So if you want to write, you can write or you can take a screenshot also. So student, there are 5 questions in your exercise. So out of them, first, second and third, First, second and third questions is homework for you. Then we will solve fourth question and fifth question in our next video. And I hope in next video we are going to complete this chapter. So if do you have any type of queries or your problems regarding the questions, just call me on my number 9730305883. So तब तक के लिए bye and keep practicing so that we will conduct the test and you have to get good marks on them. Okay, so see you.